Hey guys, Anna here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we're in the world of Windenburg and we are in the coastal cliff type area and we're on the Pier Palace lot. This is home to it's like a modern build that's in a kind of similar shape to what we're building today. So today's build is kind of a combination of the build that was originally here and a floor plan that I had designed on grid paper. And that design basically was for the lower floor of this building. So you walk in and you have like a sitting area and then the kitchen. It then wraps around to a dining room, and then down a hall you have a master bedroom and an infant's room. And there are two bathrooms. There's an ensuite and then a main bathroom on the lower floor. And it's just this really pretty coastal modern build, and I really love this house. So this is our one of our builds for our pack restrictive series for Get Together. It is an oldie but a goodie. I do think that this particular pack had multiple styles in it, like a lot of the expansion packs do. So there were some more modern items that you'll see today. My favorite columns in the entire game come from this particular pack, the experienced column, which is I'm so excited because when as I'm doing these pack restricted builds, I obviously have my favorite items that I use on a daily when I build, and it's interesting. Like, I get such excitement through this experience where I'm like, oh my God, this is where my favorite columns come from, or this is where my favorite bed is from, and I have enjoyed that process. So we are just working on the main shell and the floor plan. I'm trying to work out how I want to do things. So obviously I have used platforms. So I've used a lot of platforms in this build. There were platforms used on the original build on this lot. So I wanted to stick with that theme, and I found that modern builds and platforms are like, they just go well together. So yeah, I've decided to do that. I did the counters that I'm placing down now. I think they are the counters I end up going with, but the placement and how it's all configured potentially may change. This is all placement furniture at this point. I'm just kind of going through, adding in the windows, mapping out what I want to do. Like, I loved these big glass windows, but I realized that I couldn't have the one on the side, so I left the one on the front. And then I just wanted to this is a family home, so this is a 5x3 bedroom home, and it's got a beautiful balcony that has like a second living space. It's got on the back porch you've got a bar and a dance floor because clubs were the main focus of this particular pack. The living room for this home is actually upstairs, which is not really something that I do. I normally do, an open living space, which has your kitchen, dining, living, but I didn't in this home. That is upstairs. We are just doing the upstairs now. So as I said, the shell of this build came together fairly simple. It wasn't too difficult. And I find that sometimes simple is best. I do think that one of the drawbacks to my building is maybe that my builds aren't as cluttered. But I think that the builds that I build, I think would be lovely to play in because there's not too much going on. They're spacious. There's room to adapt. All right, so this is basically the shell of the build. I'm just mapping out the the back porch. And I'm just trying to see what I can add to the build. I saw these like hanging planter items, and I thought they were interesting. I've not really used them much in the past, so I added those to the front facing of the build, and then I'm just trying to determine which windows I want to go with. I do actually swap out these windows and go with something that's a little bit more modern. Not that these aren't modern, but they're just a little bit standard. And we are upstairs. So the upstairs, I have a teens room and two child's rooms, and I believe just the one bathroom and a study, I want to say. And then I've got the open area at the front there. That is a living room. So you come up the stairs, you've got this open living room, and then it's got nice sliding doors that go to the outside, which has your grill, further seating, and a games table. You'll see that. It's a lovely space. We do use a lot of so items from the pack that we've used a lot of. Obviously those columns, the windows. So the windows and the door, that they're all from Get Together. Those type modern windows and doors. Those planter pots obviously come from Get Together. This glassed fence, which I thought was really nice. I think it just added to the appeal, and I think that side facing the ocean is facing the ocean, and it has the best view. So the original house that was on this lot had that same kind of layout where they had all of the bar and that facing that lookout. So I've gone with that. These chairs are from Get Together. And they kind of, I wasn't sure if they were indoor or outdoor, but they do have an outdoor version, which we do use outside. So I decided to use them today inside. I don't normally use these items, and I guess that's what's been so fun about doing pack restrictive builds, is you can really see what's with the pack. So obviously you have a very modern style, but you also have a very traditional vintage kind of Victorian-esque style, because in the world of Windenburg, you do have kind of really old European type buildings, and that's where that type of furniture comes in. And then obviously the homes that are in that Tudor style, which we do have a build of that coming in. We've got like a small home, which was so fun to build. And then obviously this build. So I have combined a little bit of that type of furniture in here, but it is mostly modern. And yeah, I just really love the floor plan on this. I think that it flows. I think that it makes sense. And I just, yeah, I think that, yeah. So we do change, I think we change the flooring. I don't think we stick with a light wood tone. I think we do change to a darker wood tone. Get Together came with so many paving options and flooring options, which is really exciting. And that's one of the things I noticed when I was doing other packs that I missed. So it's funny how this is like a really older pack, but it just has such strong build and buy. The gameplay I haven't done much of, but it is, as I said, a strong build and buy. So if you are someone who is into building and you're looking to get another pack, I believe that there is a sale on at the moment. Get this pack. You won't regret it. I feel like it's a pack that's slept on, and it's definitely one of my favorites. And the world of Windenburg is one of my favorites. It's like Brindleton Bay, Windenburg, and I think obviously Handford on Bagley. Handford on Bagley is just so pretty. All right, so the exterior of the build is very much coming together. I think the next thing that we would do out here is obviously the landscaping, but this is the majority of the build. I do just have to go in and add some wallpaper. I think do I just start with white? Yeah. Sometimes I just start with white so it's a cleared base, and then I can go in and go from there. So with the platforms, how it works is if you have platforms outside, you need to have, when the door is placed, it has to be on the same level. So I have to add some platforms inside. Also done that by the other door. And I have used these base game love seats. I don't normally use these, but I really thought that they fit the theme of this build. And I really love the fireplace that came with Get Together. It's a really modern fireplace, and yeah, I just think it's beautiful. So I think we are just putting, a painting above the fireplace. The kitchen is probably like every other kitchen that I have been building and decorating, which is fine. I just love the layout of this, just like an open kitchen with an island bench. It just makes the most sense. I've gone in with base game, obviously. Get Together didn't come with a kitchen set. It did come with a coffee machine because of the cafes that you can have in the pack. And I really love that item, but I don't believe I put it in this build. I do believe I put it in the smaller build that I do for this week, but it's not in this build. Yeah, I think I tried to place it, but I ended up changing it to just a standard plunger pot coffee. And yeah. All right, so we are upstairs. So as you can see, the living room is mostly done. I've put in a chess table and whatnot. Oh, we're jumping outside. All right, so we are doing the landscaping. The landscaping on this build is extremely minimal. I didn't want to do much because I felt that the building itself was such a striking figure that I didn't want to do too much landscaping to pull the eye from the building. So I've just gone in with greenery and I believe some white flowers. There wasn't a lot going on towards the back of the build. So I wanted to make sure that the front of the build was as appealing as possible. Do I end up deleting? Yeah, I do end up deleting most of those ferns at the front and just kept a little. I just felt that it looked a little bit too cluttered. And yeah, I've just done some very basic landscaping. All right, so for this out part, I am going through the catalog from Get Together and seeing what we could add. I really love this bar, and I thought the bar facing that view of the ocean was the best solution. I had space for a dance floor. I don't know how practical it is, but I've gone with it there. All right, so here's my favorite place in the whole entire house, which is this outside kind of entertaining area. So we've got these outdoor lounge chairs, we've got a grill, we've got a table with and these are from the pack, and these are the chairs that if you remember from the Get Famous build, those bar stools, these chairs remind me of those bar stools. Which is interesting because this pack came out before Get Famous, so maybe that was like a copied asset. All right, just going around with some curtains and doing the final touches in that living room. Just gone around with base game curtains, and it's so interesting how the base game has changed since this pack has come out. I definitely think that a base game build and Get Together build now would look better than what it did before. We just have better swatches, we just have better items, and it's made building and even just base game builds. So I am planning to do some base game only builds in the month of March, and I'm just having such a ball. And it's not even hard because the items, we've had updates and things have been improved, new swatches have been added, and it's just been really easy to build. All right, so upstairs we do have a study, and this isn't as modern as I'd like it to be. I think the desk and the chair was probably not the best choice. I do have like a modern lamp, plant, bookcase. This is a chair that goes with the couches that come with the pack, and they're modern, but I do feel that the desk kind of throws it. But it's kind of cool, and it kind of ties in with some of the house as well. I've really been struggling with what to furnish in hallways. Usually like a bookcase or a desk or like a chess table is what I would usually put. So let me know in the comment section down below if you're a builder, what do you like to put in your hallways? Because I don't want to, I feel like I can't leave them empty, but I don't know what to put in there. Anyway, so that's been one of my struggles with my building is hallways. Interesting enough. All right, I'm just going around adding some dirt under all of the flowers and all of the landscaping. Just kind of makes it look a little bit finished. And I am changing the color swatches in the kitchen. We do keep the counters and the layout. I'm just changing the swatches. And again, we're in another hallway and I'm trying to work out what I want to do. I think at this point we are up to furnishing the hallway. and the downstairs bathroom, and then we're going to be moving in to the bedroom. So there are 5 bedrooms in this home. You have a master bedroom and an infant's room on the first floor, and then you have a teens room and 2 children's rooms on the upper floor. And then there's obviously 2 bathrooms downstairs, 1 bathroom upstairs. I don't know, black really worked in this build. I think I use a lot more greys than I do black. So I do think that that hallway is a bit stark, but yeah, it's not too bad. We are in the master bedroom, and if you have been enjoying this build is available on the gallery. My gallery ID is Antoinette44. That information is in the description below if you need. But yeah, this build, along with any other of the builds that I have been doing. Very basic master bedroom. It was an odd shape. It was more rectangle than it was square, if that makes sense. And I don't know, I just ended up having this vibe of maybe this sim was a creative sim. I've put in a guitar and I've put in some paintings. And I thought that that would be really cool. And I've leaned into the blue theme. It kind of does look a little bit masculine in there, but that's okay. And then we have this room. So this room was a room where I potentially could have had a study. And I think my original plan was to make this a study, so that you've kind of got the master bedroom, their own ensuite. They have their own private study. But then I had a study upstairs, and I thought, well, we could just make it a 5th room into an infant's room. So that's something that you can do. Like if you have a shape of a room where it's not too big to be like probably like a teen's room, but it's too big to be a bathroom. Those type of rooms could be a skill room, study room. It could be a infant's room, toddler's room, baby room. Could just be anything you want. It could be like could even have like a library, which I think is really cool, or like a gym. I have to do adding in gyms in my builds, and this particular build would have been the perfect build to have a pool or a gym, because that's one of the clubs that comes with Get Together, is like a fitness based club. I can't remember what they're called. I don't know. Are they called gym rats or something? I don't know. Anyway, we are upstairs, and I have used the closet. So this was the first pack we got, these closet items, and I totally forgot about it. And I'm so glad that I found a way to add it into this build so that I've used that item. But Sims can woohoo in this closet. They could obviously use it as a closet. And this is just a teen's room, and it's kind of got modern meets that older style like you see in base game. And I like it. It's very simple. It's got a computer in here and just very basic. I like the purple theme. I think we go in with a purple rug as well. Purple, yeah. It's just nice. And then tie it in with a purple wallpaper. All right, this room is like really dark and grungy. This is a child's room. It is our first child's room. It's got a very modern type bed. It's got an activity table, so maybe they are into art. It's got a desk. It's got all the basic things that you would have. I did add in some blue because that ties in with the blue of the activity table, because I didn't want everything to be black and white. I wanted there to be a little bit of color. And obviously Bluffy's got a little bit of color to him, so yeah. And I do reconfigure this room quite a bit because I just want to make sure I get the layout correct. And a lot of base game came in handy with this particular room. And I think it turned out pretty well. I like it. It's quite nice. And then the second kids' room is totally different. We're just about to head into that particular room, just putting on some posters and some clutter items. This particular room is like pink and girly and fun. And I really loved this swatch of the base game curtains. I don't use it that often, but I thought that it really fit with this room. So this room is kind of like that soft pink beige type room. Very different to what we just were in. But I like it. And it still has like kind of a modern-esque aesthetic. And yeah, I never use this dresser. But I absolutely love that shade of pink. It's kind of like a bubblegum Barbie pink. And it just, yeah. Probably, no, I would say the teens room is my favorite room in this particular house. I think that it's really sophisticated and it's got the closet in it, which is like the coolest item in the whole entire pack. I always forget extra items that are tucked away in like wall hangings and stuff. So I found some baby items, so I threw that downstairs, and we just add in, I think it's like kind of like a soft pink wallpaper. And I have another hallway that I now have to decorate. So as I see, this is the issue with having so many hallways, is like, what do you put in the hallways? So I think we just go in with another buffet table and a picture. And I believe we are adding the final touches to the build. Yep, just adding another buffet table and a plant in this area. And this is something I do. I like to go through the whole entire build and add in a backsplash. So this is the backsplash that is on the front of the build on the exterior. So it just ties in the exterior. I really like that, changing the counter colors. I added a dishwasher, I feel like, and a bin. Can't forget the bin. I feel like a dishwasher would go well in this home. All right, we are live in game and we are just going to go through the tour. I'm just adjusting the windows there. So you enter through and you enter into this kind of like a sitting room. I won't say it's a living room, it's more of a sitting room. And you have that beautiful kitchen. And then you head down the hall into where you've got your dining room and the downstairs bathroom. You then go upstairs. Oh, no, we're going down the hall first into the master bedroom. And you can see that ensuite that's just there. And then around the hall into an infant's room. I don't know why I always make them pink. I always make them pink. Upstairs you come off the landing into this beautiful living room. I think this is such a good idea. You've got a chess table there. You've got that teen's bedroom, the study. It's the same color scheme as the child's room. That's why I thought it was that. And then you go down the hall, and this is where you've got the two children's rooms. So you've got that lighter room and then that darker room, and you've got that third bathroom upstairs. And then from there, you go right back through the house, through those sliding doors to that beautiful open area. This is my favorite part of the whole house. I just think it's so fun. And then on the bottom floor, you have the bar and the dance floor and the darts table. And you've just got some simple landscaping and changing the lighting. And look at that view. Look how beautiful this house looks. It is one of my favorite builds that I've done recently. If you have stayed to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you like what you see and you'd like to see more. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.